Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus new moon solar eclipse for the month of February tarot oracle reading. And Aries, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not in Aries, we still all have a little bit of Aries in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Aries in, that's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Be aware this is a collective or general reading. Parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it is perfect timing for you. Having said that, what was going on back when I posted this, if it's been a while, that might give you further clarity as to your situation now. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, Pentacles in tarot represent health, wealth, happiness, abundance on the third dimensional plane. And the Pentacles the Nine of Pentacles is talking about a ratio of understanding how much to give and how much to take, how much to invest and who to invest in, that kind of energy. And so if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, he talked about the beauty of the 369. If you understood the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And so this is saying this is pre-Empress energy, and pre-Empress energy means that she's close to having embodied all the qualities of all four queens in the minor arcana. And what she has learned is that she always has to keep enough for herself to be able to give to others. So this is talking about the need to keep this ratio. Basically, she has her hand on 6 pentacles, and then these 3 are behind her. And so she's saying that she will be able to invest these in more risky endeavors and possibly give to charity and to family members who need help. This energy is talking about, the Falcon is talking about having the foresight to be able to understand what is the give and take of business. And also, you know, it's not just about money. Money is definitely a part of the energy of the Pentacle, because it's about earth matters. Pentacles dominate or rule over the earth matters. And so this is talking about lifestyle, though. You could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want to live. We have, for the underlying energy for the internal forces, we have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is representing passion for new discovery, basically. It's talking about a gift from the universe, from the divine, saying, hey, you have a lot of potential to have this, and here is some passion for you. If you're tired, this is going to, there's some energy coming into your life that is going to make you feel passionate about moving forward. And if you stay on that path, you will be, that is divinely guided, you will be able to get to this energy here. Okay, and this is after being down on the ground here. So that makes sense. It's a transition. This card is all about transition. It's talking about being stabbed in the back and left for unalive, clearly. But the person's hand is in the sign of a blessing. And this is similar to the Hierophant. So the Hierophant has his right hand in a blessing also. He's sitting on his throne, and he's, has his right hand up in a blessing. This is saying that what happened here in the past was a blessing in disguise. And it's also talking about, we do have the energy coming up about this eclipse. And so you can imagine it's going to be a very busy time in the astrological influences. It has been anyway, but there's some big planets right now that are making very big moves. And so this transition, a big part of that transition is it's going to affect Aries more than a lot of other signs, and that's because we have Neptune, which is a very big planet, and it's all about idealism, dreamy energy, that kind of energy, like being really looking on the bright side of life and finding innovative ways to find solutions to problems. But what's happening is Neptune has been in the sign of Pisces for 14 years now. And in the last year, it's been kind of moving back and forth from Pisces into Aries, but now on January 26th, it's settled into Aries, and it's going to be there for 14 years. So this energy is pulling really hard on and on Aries more than anyone else, because now it's in your sign. And what is happening with that energy is it's out of the dreamy nature of Pisces, and it's now into the energy of Aries, which is way more aggressive, and it's all about new. And it's kind of saying, you know, all that that information you learned while you were for the last 14 years, throw that out now. You gotta, you know, we gotta do it this way now. Like that way isn't, the old way isn't going to work in this new energy for the next 14 years. And you're like, what? I worked so hard for that. Look I'm down on the ground with 10 swords in my back. Yeah, I know, but Neptune is saying, I'm settled in Aries now, and and the energy is going to be very different. It's like the birth of a new forward movement, basically. And then at the same time, on the 13th of February, we have the energy of Saturn moving into Aries energy. So again, now Saturn is more about responsibility and living up to your ideals, and it's very deep. Like, and it takes Saturn 28 to 29 years to do a revolution. So this energy is like speaking of a lot of energy here. And so like responsibility, authority, that kind of energy. And how are you, how are you living up to that? And again, with all these changes, how is that Neptune? So Neptune and Saturn are going to be together now in this Aries energy. And so besides that, then that's on the 13th. And then on the 14th, we have Valentine's Day, which is when people want to be all about love and light. And I know all about this because I did some Valentine's Day readings for all of you. And a lot of them turned out to be like tough love and more like singles awareness day for some. And it's because of this energy. It's clashing, kind of, Saturn's all about responsibility, and you have to do what you have to do. You have to pay your taxes. We're in tax season now. Get the paperwork together, that kind of energy. And then on the 17th, we move into that. We have the new moon, and the new moon is in Aquarius. And the Aquarius energy is opposing the energy across from air. Sorry, I was just distracted by my cat. Oh, she wants me to feed her more food, but she's going to have to wait. She just ate. She ate enough. She can wait. The energy, so what was I saying? Okay, so this moon is in Aquarius, and that's again all about the needs of the whole, not so much the needs of the individual. And that's opposed by the Leo energy, and Leo saying, what about me? That's the kind of energy the new moon is bringing in. And on that same day, it happens to be Chinese New Year, and we're moving into the year of the fiery horse energy from the year of the snake. And it also happens to be a solar eclipse. So that's like from, like the energy of the sun being weakened and the energy of the moon of illusions being more highlighted. And so this energy is very volatile, and especially when you add the fiery horse energy to it, this is a good time just to really do a lot of meditation, go inward. It's like not a good time to start fighting with people about anything. Like, it's just like, this is beyond us. Neptune and Saturn are powerful, have a powerful influence. And with the sun being blocked out with the eclipse, there, and the illusions are coming up, it's a good time to go inward and, make plans to move forward. And then wait till the new moon comes around and, maybe think about implementing them. It's even around the new moon, it's still going to be that way. It's almost like, chill out until the end of the month now. Make plans. We've got Mercury going into, is also going retrograde, and I think the 26th it is. So it's just a good time to reflect on what's happened and move forward. And like, this is, think of the New Year's energy, like when we go out for New Year's Eve and then we make our resolutions. And then if you blew your New Year's Eve resolutions, This is your second chance now for to make new resolutions in the Chinese New Year, and then make plans on that, and just don't be making impulsive decisions right now, and being angry and tweeting all about it, that kind of energy. It's a good time to just, really chill out. And so here we have, this card has been coming in, both of these cards have been coming in a lot because of the energy, basically. Like, this is definitely saying that we're starting to feel that eclipse energy already. And then this is saying that we are really contemplating, like, should I move on? What should I do? And this is a good idea to be in this energy, reflective. He's standing on the top of his turret and he's looking out over his domain. And he feels like he's a big fish in a little pond and he wants to move forward. This quite often for me represents entrepreneur energy. And it's like you've already got 1-1 planted. And so you've done really well. But you recognize that if you move to a bigger center and expanded your business, you would be more like a small fish in a big pond. And so it's not going to be the same energy as being where you are now at all. And so you're going to have to really look into that and do your research. And now couldn't be a better time than to do that now, so that when even like with the new moon energy by the end of February, because we're going to have another eclipse on March the 3rd, and that's going to be a lunar eclipse. So that's when the sun is going to be stronger again. And there's a whole lot of energy about that, but I'm going to leave that for that moon because there's enough energy coming in from this one. But it's just good to know that there will be another eclipse on February 3rd or in March 3rd. And that one will, that is about getting organized, because it's going to be a Virgo moon. And so we have, like, and when there's these eclipses, the energy is really strong anyway, but with the Saturn and Neptune coming together, it's even more so that we're going to feel it. Aries is really feeling it, and, oh, Stella, you're being really naughty. All right, you just knocked the camera, so be careful, please. Your job is to purr, now do it. Or else, yeah, there we go. We've got happy feet now. Good girl. All right, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune. She's feeling this energy. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, and this is talking about the past, the present, and the future are turning. Like, there's actually 3 wheels on the Wheel of Fortune. It means that this energy is definitely changing. And, we've got this gift coming in. There's a lot of pentacles here for opportunity-wise. And it is a good time to research and make plans to make the move, but don't impulsively make a big move like that right now, because you might regret it. And we also, just if you're like impulsive energy right now is not a great idea, and that's the fiery horse energy. The fiery horse energy is all passionate and it's inspiring, and you want to get a lot done and set high achievement goals. And in love, it's a passionate and heartfelt. But if it's impulsive, it's like it can be really disastrous in the end. And so we have the Page of Pentacles energy, and this is talking about communication regarding this 9 of Pentacles. This is a lot of money. This is a generational wealth. It's a legacy to pass money down to your children and your children's children. We have, and the page is like a younger, when the knight was younger kind of energy. This is someone around 7 to 14 years of age when they begin. And they deliver messages within the court for the king and queen. And the message that this page is bringing in is regarding the pentacles, these pentacles. And, in the old days, it would definitely be delivered by hand, or, like by, like a person coming in talking to you about it. But these days that could be possible, but it's more likely going to be maybe making an appointment to go talk to a financial advisor or an accountant, because it is income tax time. But it also could be, a news, I was getting a newsletter, so I don't know if you get a newsletter from someone. That might be, you know, sometimes you don't read them. I would say read it. Read this one if you are getting one and you know what I'm talking about. It's to do with financial matters. And also, you know, it could be a phone call, text message. It could be an email, that kind of energy. You could see something on social media, and it could be an event that you're attending or something, and you meet someone there that can really be a good advisor for you, you know, something like that. So we're going to look now. We have the energy of the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so the Queen of Wands is wanting to take action. She's sitting on her throne, and this is about this passion for new discovery. Now, you could be the Queen of Wands energy, or you could be the Pentacle energy. Or I feel like you're the Queen of Wands energy, possibly. We'll take a look at it in a minute here. But this is talking about, she's the queen that she follows the sun. So she's like the sunflowers, she turns with the sun. So, and she's very intuitive. This veil in the background here represents the veil between the spiritual and the physical world. And it also is talking about using your intuition as well as your logic to be able to get to really creative solutions for the problems coming up. Because if you were in this energy, something around that needs to be corrected here. This energy, she's got the wand in her hands, and this wand is made of wood. It's talking about, you know, a tree. And so trees have deep roots for the ancestors, and also the offshoots, which represents the descendants. And that's talking about this generational wealth here, the potential for it. And then she has a little cat here. And this is a black cat, and the black cat is just representing that she doesn't believe in superstition or good luck or that kind of energy. She looks into things, uses her logic, and then she adds her intuition to it, and then she takes logical steps of action based on her intuitive insight. And then we have the energy of the Hangman. Yeah, good place to be. Hanging from the tree of knowledge upside down so that you can see, okay, what's going on here? What do I need to do now? And because this cycle has ended, this is talking about it, and it was an unpleasant cycle. So the good news, it's ended, but it's now what do I do? And this is saying fortune is in your favor. And this money coming in, it's in you're highly favored to receive it. When the Wheel of Fortune comes in, it's talking about it turning in your energy. And but the Hangman is going to hang there until he can observe things. He's upside down because he wants to get a perspective from all angles on the situation, so he makes a strong choice. And once he's satisfied that he's done all his research and he knows what he's going to be doing, what are the steps of action, then he's going to want to go consult with someone, use the logical part, and move forward, make plans to move forward. So great time for doing that right now, going inward, really looking at yourself. Like if you're in this situation, you want to know, what do I want now? What does my heart want? Because when you get, this is a serious reality check here. So we have, this is identity and self-image, and this is where you are now. You're ready for rebirth, more than ready. And this is representing, this can represent also like you've been sabotaged definitely, and they put a lot of energy into it. This is not like, oh, someone just said a nasty thing about you kind of energy. This is like putting calculated thought into how can we bring this person down to here? And then this is talking about abundance and self-worth. And you see yourself, you know you're abundant. You know that you're the king of the castle. I'm the king of the castle, you're the dirty rascal. He's got his globe in his hand. He's got the world in his hand. And he knows that he's very successful. So once you've been successful, you know how to be successful. But he recognizes after this that he needs to either actually make a physical move, which is what he's contemplating, or he needs to make a move in business, or move, like something drastic has to happen because the wheel's turning and he can feel it. This is real entrepreneur energy. This could represent someone that wants to franchise their business, take it international, that kind of energy. And then the Wheel of Fortune is communication in early life. It's that Gemini energy. you know, where you go to school, you start school in kindergarten, and you realize that, oh, not everybody's like my family. Like, some people live way differently than I do. Some of these kids have way different, beliefs than I do, kind of energy. It's the beginning stages of learning about the big world picture. And then this is talking about the emotional foundation. I feel that you're someone that has a pretty good handle on pentacles. Like, you understand what it takes to be successful and how to earn money, and you're willing to put the work in. And then we have, this is your position of being creative, like using your intuition and logic, as I said, and also this can be about a romantic partner. So you might have your eye on a Queen of Wands, or you might be in the Queen of Wands energy. Like this, I don't feel this energy could be the Queen of Wands, but I feel this is a different energy than this. This is talking about health, daily routine, and habits. And so it's talking like something has to change, and you recognize that. Like it's like a bang, it's been a reality check and you're there. But what's interesting is for the external forces, we have this energy coming in. And this is talking about the underlying energy for the external forces. And this is about you meeting a soulmate, or joining together with a soulmate energy is coming in for you. So that would, passion for new discovery, for sure. That's the kind of energy. And so this is, the internal forces are that, you know, when you're saying to yourself, what if I do this? What if I do that? How would it work if I do it this way? What about if I get so-and-so to do this? Would that work? That's the kind of energy that is really good energy to be in right now. And then the external forces are what the EF happened. It's external forces coming in. You can't control external, like everything in the external forces, for sure. And you can't, you don't want to be fighting against this Neptune and Saturn energy. Good luck with that. Especially it's in your sign, Aries. And you know, the Aries energy is like the newborn, very demanding, right? And it's kind of like you have to realize that a baby doesn't realize it, but parents try and get a baby on schedule so that it fits their schedule, because they have to work so that they can afford to feed you and house you. And babies don't know that. You know, it's that kind of energy. It's like, what would you rather be doing, and what do you need to do right now? It's that kind of energy. And there's some things that you just are out of your control there, like the economy, the external forces. I mean, you can write letters to, you know, the politicians and let your politicians know what you want, and that's a good idea. Do so. Having said that, you yourself are not going to change and overhaul the whole political system. So it'd be like banging your head against the wall. And that's kind of an Aries thing, like Aries energy. How do babies come in? Head first. And so you don't want to be, banging your head, right? You want to make use of the energy to propel you forward, like a baby when a baby's born. And so this energy here is talking about competition. And this is talking about, like, these are adolescents, and it's the only card really in the tarot deck that features adolescence in this way. So it's just talking about the competition. There's going to be competition all the time in life, but really when you get more mature and you start to realize that even if you're on a team, the competition is within yourself. It's about, can I keep my shift together when it's a really important game, or if it, or let's say you're in some sport and you're into figure skating or whatever. Are you going to land the jumps? If you're into golfing, are you going to be able to keep your shift together even if you have a really bad hole and your score is already ruined in the first round kind of energy? It's about being able to discipline your mind so that you have the freedom to be able to move forward. But this is my Mean Girls card, because it's kind of that energy. If narcissistic cheerleaders, they can see the other team should win, that they're better than them, but they don't care. They want to win anyway. And if they don't succeed, then their mothers will do their best to make sure they win. Helicopter parenting, and so it's really talking about you can learn, the most you can learn from the competition is the best way. Like if you see someone who's successful, you know, watch what they're doing and learn from it, because you could, you know, that would be a great way to learn. It'd be like a field trip when you're at school, kind of energy. So you want to learn from the competition. You don't need to be, you know, be acting immature about it. You know, that's the kind of energy. And then, and really, you're in competition with the last best version of you. So even if you're on a team, every member in the team, if they all rise to the occasion and be the best version of themselves, and come together as a team, the team is more likely to win. And we have the truth is coming out. So this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So you have two aces here. That's really common. If aces are going to show up like this, it's usually when you're in transition like this and you're about to go into a new cycle. So this is about finding, again, doing that research and finding the truth. And maybe there's some truth you need to find out about this situation here. Like what happened, right? And let's see here. Because this here is these Two of Cups here. This is the energy of your soulmate coming in. And then if you are really at a high vibration, that's how you're going to attract your soulmate. And when the two of you get together, you were destined to come together. And that's why the wheel's turning. When you, and this can represent the masculine and the feminine energy within yourself coming together. And when you are balanced in that way and you're looking for a partner and they're balanced in that way, then there's no need for each other. You don't need someone to empower you. If you're a woman, to be, you know, more powerful with your man. You don't need a man to be in the masculine energy. You can do that yourself. And you can also be feminine at the same time, and same with a male. And so that energy is when you're both strong within yourself and you come together, then you're empowering each other in a very, very high level. Whoops. And then we have, yeah, it's a whole new world. Yeah. And this is representing the end of the cycle. Once you know the truth about all of this, you do your research, you get really balanced here, then this energy starts coming in. I like these external forces. It's good. Learning from the competition, meeting your soulmate, and, you know, getting to the truth of matters leads you to, or maybe at this point, this, because the world represents, card 21 represents, the Fool has now completed this cycle and you're ready to enter another one again. So, I mean, it's talking about this cycle is ending and now is when the new cycle begins. That's when the good shift comes in, that kind of energy. And we have the temptation here. So the devil doesn't come around people that are losers. So that's the energy, is what I'm getting. So this is talking, be careful that you're not looking for this soulmate and in the wrong places, in the wrong people. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. This is talking about being tempted. And this could be talking about this energy here. So there could have been some sort of temptation here. This generally is talking about temptation between lovers. They're yoked. They're chained and yoked together, and they're chained to Saturn's box. And Saturn energy, again, remember that whatever actions in the past have been irresponsible, they're going to have to face that energy now. And I feel like the devil isn't coming in now. The devil was here before with this energy here. This is talking now. You're to move into this new cycle. This is the truth about what happened, basically. So what happened? Let's see. We're not going to get the truth from the devil, so we're going to see who, the devil sends a minion in. What minion did they send in? Someone to handle your money for you. So if you're in a situation right now where you're feeling this energy because you can't figure out where your money went, this is talking about maybe someone being tempted to sabotage your efforts to make money. And maybe could have been even someone that was working with you or not. You would know. If you're down here already, this is more about like getting the truth for sure so that you can start this new cycle and be aware. But like that, you see this pentacle here? I feel like here is when the wheel starts turning, the information comes in regarding this pentacle. Where did it go? Like, where did why, because this person is looking like, man, I did all this work and this is what I got out of it. One pentacle? That doesn't seem like this is a page. It's not like 9 of pentacles kind of energy. And this, you notice there's 6 pentacles here. And this is what the pre-empress energy always keeps her hand on. This. And I feel like that's what happened. It was some energy that brought it down. But there, let's see what happens next here. Oh, look at that. This is representing your work, like starting a project, and this is the only card where the person is actually working on the coin. So this is like making money. And when it comes in with the devil energy, it can be like illegally making money, like that kind of energy. So the truth might be coming in about something where your money went. And this is like all the work you put. Look at, there's the 6 pentacles, and you're still working away, but where did it go? This is saying someone was making money off your back, basically. And then we have the sun coming in. The truth shall set you free. I'm getting, look at the difference here. So this is about your spirituality. This is definitely going to be a better cycle. It's kind of like the truth isn't just coming in for you. The truth is coming in, period. And that is going to, it's something to do with your competition. And some money going missing. And it being, you know, this is like making money. Like actually physically making, like counterfeit. Like not money that was misappropriated or something like that kind of energy. You will know if this is your reading, if that's happened, or if you have suspicions around it. I would hire, you know, an expert, a financial advisor, someone to, unless, you know, like someone that can do an audit or whatever. And a lot of times people dread, you know, when it's tax season, but in a way, it's good that we have like a deadline that we have to meet so that we can, you know, we're forced to kind of take a look at, even if we're really busy with other things, we're forced to take a look at, okay, where's the money going, you know, that kind of energy, and finding out exactly what's been happening. So that's the kind of energy, the reality check. I feel like, you know, as soon as all of this happens, then this energy starts, and then you're moving it. Like that's probably you for all, you know, this could even be something like you go to see an expert regarding this situation, and the next thing you know, she's really hot or he's really hot, and you're both single now, and hey, would you like to go on a date kind of energy. And it's like that feeling you have, I really like this person, you know, like you have a strong connection to them, and that quite often is a soulmate energy. So I'm going to clarify this. If you're have been enjoying this reading, please give it a like and comment. It really empowers me to build my channel. Super appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate with the energy. It would be my honor if you did so. I'm going to go further for people who want to clarify this. So this is, I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector. TAILS, and so this energy is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and I started this back in 2007. I'm just tuning into this energy right now, and the numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're listed in my gallery. I did 64 paintings, and I've completed it by 2020. I've had them out and about when they weren't, but I didn't have all the paintings done yet. So now I'm getting ready to print it out, but I need to work on the book that goes with it. So the numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the order they are in my gallery on my website, and that is talesfromthevector.com, TAILS. It's in the, I'll put it all in the description box below. I'll put the number, the order these cards come in, so you know which paintings to look at. Sometimes you can just look at a painting and it'll give you something in it. Well, you know, it'll like, oh, that's what I need to do, kind of energy. So a picture speaks louder than words sometimes. All right, so what else can Aries know here to empower them in this situation? I really feel by the end of the month of February that you're really going to have way more clarity. And be ready, you know, for this new. It's up your alley, Aries. You like new. Here we go. So we have the Hangman. Yeah, it's saying just chill out right now. Do your research, like I said. There's no rush. There's no hurry. You're not going to... and it's especially because of that Saturn and Neptune energy having such a strong effect on Aries right now. You really want to make sure that the decisions you make, you're going to be pleased with them down the line. And then we also have the energy of the Hermit saying again, if you want safe travels, this passion is going to come in again. Use it to do research right now, and then when the time is right, you'll actually be able to implement it. We have the Hierophant. Oh, look at that right there. The Hierophant is saying yes, confirming this is a blessing in disguise. And then we have Intent, which is a karmic space. So the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So, you know, we can have good intentions, others can have good intentions. And if you've ever noticed, sometimes things don't work out the way we intended them to do. So it's just talking about, you know, doing your best in a perfectly imperfect world. And, you know, doing your best to move forward and having a good intention to do so. And, you know, when you went into business, if it was with someone and then they ended up doing this with you, you've learned a lot from it. Take the lessons and, you know, just don't repeat it. This is the sun or the star energy coming in. Yeah, see the sun, the wheel of fortune is turning for you so that you can be in your star energy. This is where you were born to be a star energy. So you're supposed to be shining. And this is saying the wheel is turning in your favor now. Clean this up. Get ready. You know, make sure you know what you want. Make sure you really check in with yourself right now after being through this. What is really and what are your heart's desires? What does your soul want, as well as what are your physical needs? We have Justice coming in. This is redemption. So this is redemption is when karma comes in and cleans things up for you, and that usually happens when the wheel turns and sets kind of things back in order again. And then we have the karmic space of anger. Yeah, you might have a really good reason to be angry, but the thing about anger is it just keeps giving. And if you have anger and then you have children and you pass that anger down to them and then they pass it down, it makes people acidic, and it's really actually very hard on your health and on your well-being, like just on your mental and your physical well-being. We have the Libra. So it's talking Libra energy. I just want to put this into context. When the horoscope signs come out, I'm not talking about it's a Libra, like that, you know, that kind of energy. It's more, I'm talking about we have a little bit of every sign in us. And you can actually get your birth chart done and then find out, you know, which house is Libra in. And like right now, this is your house of daily habits and that. So this is Libra's, the stage of life is when you are mature enough to be able to understand what a committed relationship is. It's like the scales of justice are actually, is the glyph for the Libra energy. So this is talking about and it's also Venus energy, and there's a lot of energy coming in that's going to involve the Venus energy more towards the end of the month, which I will talk about in the next, in the next coming readings, because this is enough information right now. And so, but this is talking about being able to anticipate the journey, because you've put, you know, you're mature enough that you've used the restraint instead of doing things impulsively, that now you're really looking into them and getting your, you know, doing the research you need to so that you can have the best possible outcome. And then we have the energy of destruction here. So this is in your marriage, partnership, and commitment. So this energy could be talking about progress and motion, but the person, if you had a partner, and maybe you even had someone in your life that was your lover or whatever energy, they may have collaborated with other people, or they just might have been very unsupportive of your goals. And you know, just it made it really challenging for you to be able to move forward, instead of having someone that was like supportive, you know. And now you're showing up here for your own energy here, and this is about the transition. This is, once the truth comes out, you're going to be ready for it, because this is you showing up right here. And this is talking about, once you have the truth, you'll know exactly what you need to do. Like, you'll have a real good feeling if you've been doing your inner work here, and you'll know like who you want to be, how you want to present yourself, that kind of energy. And it's kind of like after you have gone through something like this, it's kind of like you've rebirthed yourself, and you're it's a newer version of yourself, and a new improved version. And look at this, we have this energy right on here confirming that. Like, we have it here and we have it here, and saying that this energy here will change when the truth comes in. That's when you're going to be reborn. Once you have the whole truth, then you can really make really strong decisions, right? So let's cover that energy and see, okay, this is about the all-star energy. So this is talking about, it's really important to be insightful. Use your third eye. At this time, with the heavy Neptune and Saturn energy meeting, and the eclipse coming and all of that, it's not really, and then with Mercury going in retrograde on the 26th, it's not the best time for taking action. It's more a better time for planning, planning how you're going to take action. We have the Magician coming in here, and so this energy is talking about the money coming back in as if by magic. But this is talking about this energy coming in, that you're highly favored for this. Now that, and part of it is also, this energy is talking about the universe. Like, if you would have had this much money here, you really would have lost something. This way you only lost this much. You didn't lose this much, right? So it's a huge difference, basically. So it's not about turning a negative into a positive, but it's about learning from the experience, so that you know, oh yeah, my intuition was telling me, but I just wasn't listening, kind of energy. And then we have indifference. Yeah, we're all in it together, except for when it comes to this much money. Like, so, people have to be, people can become very indifferent if there's a lot of money involved, And that may sound a little bit callous, but, that is the truth. And here, I forgot to clarify this. So we've got the karmic space of ego. And, people talk about ego, like in spiritual world, like you want to get rid of your ego. It's not so much you want to get rid of it, I feel like. Not all say that. But it's kind of like your ego can lead you to places where your heart really doesn't want to go. And it's talking about that kind of energy. So, you want to keep your ego in check. You are, for one thing, you're the ego. And the reason why, like in spiritual circles, people will talk about it in that sense. It's not really talking about your personality so much as it's talking about thinking, oh, I'm just one person, I'm a human being, and what can I do? It's more like, no, I'm a spiritual being, and I'm traveling in a human body, and I have infinite potential. That's what you want. That's where you want to be here. And then when you meet your soulmate, that's what usually elevates, like you're already in that position where you're on your destined path, following the North Star energy, and so now you're you're ready to meet them and then really move it forward. And so not only just satisfying your physical 3D needs, but also satisfying the spiritual needs of your soul. This is a beautiful reading, Aries. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, please do like and comment. It empowers me to build my channel. Consider subscribing. If you resonate with the energy, it would be my honor if you did so. And I will be back with, the next reading will be about the end of the month energy. Bye for now.